is Poonam Kaur and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about spiritual awakening. Now what is this spiritual awakening? We are all spiritual beings having this human experience on this earth. And by the virtue of being spirit, the soul, the light, whatever we may call it, we possess tremendous powers inside us. But as soon as we are born, as soon as that umbilical cord is cut, we forget everything. When we are newborn, we have no name, no religion, no shame, no guilt, no fear, nothing. But after a few days, we are conditioned in a certain way. We are given a name, a religion, we are taught about fears, doubts, worries, guilt and shame. We are taught to behave in a certain way, and that's what creates our life. And now, once we have our spiritual awakening, we are connected with the creator source of light, and we remember all that what we forgot after taking birth on this earth. Not everyone is blessed to have this spiritual awakening. It's like waking up from a deep sleep and remembering whatever was there before that sleep. Now, let's say you had your awakening in the age of 30. It's like when you were born, you were an emperor before your umbilical cord was cut. As soon as it was cut, that emperor went into coma. And this body, which is a kingdom, was taken over by somebody else as a king and was being run in a different way by that entity. Now, what's that entity? That's the ego. During our whole life, we live with our ego. I'm this, I'm that, I can do this, I can do that, I have this, I have that. All that you don't speak. It's your ego self that speaks. And once your true self, your spirit, your emperor is in coma, your body is taken by this ego self as an emperor, and it's been conditioned in a certain way and it's being run in a certain way. Now, after 30 years, that emperor wakes up from that coma. Now he wants his kingdom back. But this ego self who has run this kingdom, who has ruled this kingdom for 30 years, would not let the other emperor come and take it away from this. This aspect of spiritual awakening is known as the dark night of the soul, where two emperors, two knights are fighting for this kingdom of soul. Now you understand, this dark night of the soul is not that easy thing. Yes, but without going through this, you cannot achieve higher consciousness. Your higher consciousness is the actual emperor, and your ego self is the conditioning, societal conditioning. And waking up from this societal conditioning and remembering who you were before you came on this earth is the spiritual awakening. And with this comes tremendous peace, tremendous powers, and tremendous beauty. But to reach there, of course, you have to go through this dark night of the soul. Now, what is this dark night of the soul? I'll make another video on this. Now, when this higher consciousness, this emperor, slowly and steadily takes this soul kingdom back, now he has to do a hell lot of work to clear off whatsoever shit had taken place in his absence, whatsoever conditioning this ego self has given us. Higher consciousness has to clear all that shit out of this soul kingdom to make it as pure as it was before its birth on this earth. That's why this dark night of the soul is a bit difficult. It's a bit too difficult, I would say, because this ego self would not go away so easily, because it has ruled this body for 30 years, and this high consciousness won't go away either, because it's the real king. It was in coma, but now it's awakened. It wants his kingdom back. And this tussle, of course, choice is yours. This awakening also comes with choice. Though once awakened, you cannot go back to sleep. It's a universal truth. But there are choices. If you find this journey way too difficult and you want to step back, of course, you'll be living with your ego self. But if you want to move ahead and choose all that was before this ego self took over, of course, you'll be moving to a different realm. You'll be having a very beautiful and wonderful life, because obviously after the darkness comes the light, and once you connect with the source light, you'll learn, you'll understand that you are the light, and it's beautiful. I hope this helps. I'll be making more detailed videos on spiritual awakening, what triggers spiritual awakening, what are the signs and symptoms of spiritual awakening, what are the stages of spiritual awakening, what's the dark night of the soul, what is shadow work, how to do shadow work, and how it accelerates your spiritual awakening. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy, stay fit, stay in high vibes. Namaste.